Hi guys. I know I just made a very upbeat, happy video, taste testing, snack pack, puddings, and I'm not necessarily in a completely depressive mood right now, but I've decided to, get something off my chest via YouTube. I've already posted about it on Facebook, and a few other social media things. But this video is not going to have a whole lot of editing, and I'm not going to, try and edit things out or make things extremely funny in this video. So if you don't have the spoons for a deep subject right now, please turn off this video and watch it later, or don't watch it. But I think I will feel much better after I tell you guys what has been going on. So I guess here goes. You already know a little bit about the houses, what's happened in this house and the previous one, but I'm going to come back to them as I'm telling you guys what's been going on. Okay, so here goes. I recently, I mentioned in an earlier video, I've recently quit my job at FedEx, and here is why. During the first, let me back up a little bit. When I first made this video, when I first started my channel, you guys, I was saying such positive things about the spot in my life that I was in, and I meant them. I was mentioning wonderful things about my job that I did feel at the time. Wonderful people. I was surrounded at that workplace by mostly wonderful people. And I don't want you guys under the impression that I'm trying to give you mixed feelings about what my work environment was like. I'm not. And during the course of this video, which I don't know how long will be, it may come in parts, but during the course of this video you will learn, I will tell you why I have said such mixed things about said workplace. Or, no, why my opinion suddenly changed. There we go. So I recently quit my job there, and I wish I could say that the reasons were complicated. Truth is, they're just kind of sad. You guys already know I'm transgender, okay, and my work environment was, I want to say, maybe 80% friendly with me. Some of the unfriendliness was only due to ignorance, and some of it was because they were assholes. But back on track to the actual story here. There was so much unprovable mental abuse happening. Most of it was transphobia. Some of it you guys knew about. I told you about that bitch I had to smack in the back of the hand with the spine of my book, and a few other incidents that had happened about bathrooms. But in the non-single occupancy bathrooms is where most of the transphobic things would be said. I would be pushed, just hard enough not to make a bruise every now and then. I would get people come in, making sure there was no one else in there, and mumbling things to me and saying very hurtful things that I'd rather not repeat right now. But, at first I thought I could, handle that by going to the manager. So I went to the manager the first few times this happened. And of course they were like, well, did you ask them to show you their employee number? And the first time I had. And the second time I didn't. The third time I did. But, of course, I was never shown or told their ID number or their name or what area they worked in, because who would just tell you these things, if they were being a dipshit or a bitch to you. So I gave up, quote unquote, snitching. That's not really snitching. That's just trying to keep yourself safe. But I gave up, telling people about what was happening. I held it in, and it built up. This happened so much. It would happen in bathrooms. It would happen, walking across the hall to get from work. It would happen after work, like at a bus stop. These things would happen to where the people saying and doing them knew that they weren't going to get caught. Sometimes it was groups of people, and to an extent I'm surprised that none of them actually jumped me physically, but they would have been caught then. It was that kind of environment. They were trying to get me to snap and go, shut the fuck up, and once or twice I actually did, I'll confess. But moving on to what actually caused me to quit the job. At first, when I worked there, I'm not going to go into names, we had a manager over both our area and the area right beside us. Eventually, we got a manager for our area, and another person came along and was the manager for the area beside us. But so we didn't have one manager trying to do too many things at once. But anyway, sorry, you guys, I am getting this off my chest. I'm feeling a bit better already, believe it or not. It's less hard to talk about now that I've actually got this video going, and you guys are going to hear this. And it also helped that I posted it on social media. But, there was so much of these things going on. And, again, not mentioning names, but the second manager I was under was sometimes totally oblivious, and he was always going, well, to everybody, he was saying, well, if you don't tell me there's a problem, there's not a problem, because I don't know about it. So, and yeah, I understand that. That's obviously, yeah, that's true. Like, if you don't know about the problem, how do you know it's there? But the issue was proof. Like I said before, the issue was I never had proof of what was happening, and this was starting to really, frankly, it was starting to piss me off at first. I was starting to lose sleep at night. Literally. Like, I was starting to lose sleep. I was starting to feel trapped, feel like, I knew the people who actually did care about me, but what could I, sure, I could have told my friends, or people who cared, or, people who didn't hate my guts. I could have told them, but what good would that have done? What could they do, So, needless to say, this was taking a major toll on my mental health. And I tried to write it out, find the right time to tell someone about this, but at this point, I had just moved in and made a video about moving in with Alex, who ended up not really being the best person or lover in the first place. Confession, I had run back and forth to him before as friends, because there always seemed to be something he said or did to make me go, "Oh, poor baby, you're just so misunderstood," and I would fly right back to him and fall under his spell, under his trap. But I'm not going to talk too much about him. We broke up, but this video is about me. But I only mentioned that scenario to tell you other things that were taking a toll on my mental health. Like I said, sorry, I lost the ability to translate my thoughts into words for a second. So yeah. So while all this was going on, the relationship that was every kind of abuse except for physical, and I'll go ahead and say this since, you know, I don't really have to have anything to do with them now. I lived with two other people who were of the Joe Trump is not that bad of a person, he's just bad with words type people. And frankly, yeah, you might be watching this video. Bye, you know. I don't care, you don't have to pay my next phone bill. You know. Frankly, there's a lot that was going on. And they, you know, they were so stubborn, they would guilt trip me, Alex, Leo, and Parker. Yes, Alex is an asshole, but he didn't deserve this. Seriously, they were not... I don't think they were the type to hit, no. But they would poke and prod and, you know, try to make you feel like an inconvenience, try to make you feel like a burden without saying it. They were like, they were very sweet about it, is the thing. They were those type of people, and they may try to call me after they see this video, if they see it at all. You know what? Frankly, I don't care. You guys really are either just misguided, or you're just assholes and love for people to know it without saying it. I really hope you're just misguided. Seriously. But anyway, away from that, back to the story at hand here. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to veer you guys. I'm autistic, so that does happen, though. Not making excuses. Okay, enough. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Well, we're given the house situation and, you know, the work environment, which was already putting stress on everybody anyway because of how heavy things had gotten and had remained for, you know, the longest time. Part-time workers were now doing full-time hours. You know, when you apply for part-time, you do it for a reason. And we were all having to go in at 7 a.m. and leave anywhere between 3 and 5:30. For a while there, it was a lot closer to 5:30. Until I quit the job a few weeks after that. Convenient, right? But, you know, on top of all that stress and the mental abuse that was unprovable going on at work, you know, I was about to go berserk. I had already lost, I think it was like 2 or 3 whole days of sleep at one point. And I was talking to birds on the ground. I was expecting soda to come out of the clock when I clocked in. I was, I was talking to people who weren't there. Not like I playfully do usually, but I was literally seeing people that I don't think now were there. But that was all, that was all a part of this. And eventually, after having a long, hard think, after getting the chance to stay in a hotel, which I made a video from, the coming out and saying goodnight, and my alien video, I made those videos in that hotel. But after sitting there, or laying there, and having a long, hard think, I decided that it would be much healthier for me to quit that job than to stay there and go absolutely bonkers, insane, crazy. And I was right. I feel a lot better right now. Even if I was out on the street right now, I would feel a lot better than I did at that place, because it's not the job. I loved that job. Oh, goodness, I loved that job. It was some of the people I could not stand. So that's why my opinion suddenly went from oh, this is a wonderful place, to I quit. And that literally is why. Frankly, it was the manager. Mostly. Because he was such a dick to... I've been sent texts from... I'm not saying names in case you ever see this video, sir. But I've been screenshotted texts from friends about, like, I'm not the only one he's a splattering dick shit to. I mean, I knew that in the first place, but, and I know splattering dick shit is funny. You guys might laugh at that. I will later. I've already said it before and laughed, but, no. Again, back on track here. This is not about that manager. This is not about... This is about me getting things off my chest. Yeah. After that, after I quit the job, shortly after, Sloan, Stories with Sloan on YouTube, love you, girl, shout out. Shortly after, she introduced me to Text Broker, a little freelance writing company, that would be basically a side hustle for anyone else. To her and to me right now, it's our primary source of income. I probably shouldn't have said that about you. Sorry, girl. Love you anyway. But, yeah, after I started writing articles for them, we suddenly found out that the house we were staying in had the main water pipe underneath the house had broken and busted, and nobody noticed it until a few days too late. So what ended up happening was we had to cut that water off, and we had to go... For me, it would have been 2 weeks if I had not moved out, but we had to go a while without running water. We had bottles of drinking water, which was quite a relief, but we could not shower, we could not wash dishes, we could not wash clothes, we couldn't do anything. But, I was rescued from that house, from both the abuse and the hunger and dehydration. Well, not hunger, the dehydration. And brought over to the house I'm in right now, which was approximately a 2-hour drive away. Yeah, so that's how I got here. The friends who live here, basically heard my cry for help and decided to help me. And right now, as I made a video about a few days ago, I think, was it a few days ago or was it earlier today? Oh God, but no, the person, there's a friend of theirs, and a very sweet person who I hope eventually considers herself my friend. I'm not going to go into too many details, but she, as a child, has to get away from the house she's in, so her safety is at a concern right now. And once, she ends up moving in here, there won't be any room for anyone else. And I like it for people to be safe. Innocent people especially. I love for innocent people to be safe. So if that means that I exit the house that I'm staying in, and in order for somebody to get out of an environment where they're in so much discomfort, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I've been homeless. It sucks, but right now I have more resources than I did then, and it's fortunate. I can still make money to, even if I still don't find a place. I mean, I've filed my taxes, so I might be able to find a place easier. But no, that's beside the point. I have more resources right now than I ever did when that was going on. So yeah, I guess this video is going to be uploaded to my stories from a life playlist. But yeah, I'm glad. I am grateful for most of the people around me, the people in this house, my polyamorous circle, my true friends and family. I'm grateful for all of you. You guys have my back, and you guys fact check if there's something going on. I love you guys for that. I've not always been in environments where people fact checked on situations. It was either I was assumed to be in the wrong, or the person being talked to about it did not want to either own up or just didn't want to hear it. Authority didn't want to hear it. That's the case a lot of times. And oh yeah, I promise, if you are in a situation where you don't feel like your authority is listening to you, or is listening to you but doesn't quite understand you, believe me, that's a thing. I've been through it. A lot of people have been through it. You are not alone. If you're being abused and you have a way to reach out to me, do. Please. I'm Mariah Rachel Harper on Facebook. Mariah is not evil on Twitter, but it's MORIAH is not evil, one word. I don't know how to link the social media in my description yet, but I will tell you my social media names. I guess that's fair. Because I can always go back to a description and tell you my social media name. But yeah, if you suffer from depression, anxiety, if you have autism, or any kind of, thing like that, I have a few friends with dissociative identity disorder, and I've not been diagnosed with it by a doctor, but I strongly believe that I have it. But yeah, I'm going to talk more on my channel eventually about things of that nature. I've talked a lot about trans, and yes, I do plan on doing more. I've told you guys this before. My trans life videos have not stopped. I just haven't had the spoons or opportunities to do them. But thank you guys for sitting here and letting me get this off my chest. If you've watched this video all the way through, oh my god, thank you. You know, I've gotten a few new subscribers lately, so shout outs to you guys. And I hope that excuse me, my throat's raspy because I'm tired, I think, but I hope you guys remain safe, and you know, if you guys ever need someone to reach out to, I'll do what I can, even if that's just supporting. You know, sometimes supporting you is all someone can do. I'm one of those people who realize that people can't always give you money. People can't always directly hand you something. But for me, you guys, I'm not saying this for theatrical purposes or just for the sake of content. I'm saying this because I mean it. For the people who love me, legitimately, genuinely love and care about me, thank you. That means the world. You guys mean the world to me. And I do feel so much better now that I have sat here and gotten things off my chest. I need to do this more often. So I guess this will go into my stories from a life playlist, because I did tell you the story of how I ended up quitting my job. So anywho, I'm probably going to end up making more videos like this where I just sit and talk to you guys along with the Keepin' Company. Yes, I'm still going to do more Keepin' Company videos. And if you want more review videos, you can go back and watch the video I did right before this. Mariah reviews Dragon Treasure and Unicorn Unicorn something. Mariah reviews Dragon Treasure and Unicorn something. But go check it out if you want to, and if you want more content like that, please comment. If you want more content like this for some reason, or if you want more content that's just me sitting here and opening up to you guys, please leave a like and a comment. Both of those things are optional, and also subscribing is optional. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much. I love you guys, and I plan on keeping you up to date. Anyway, I hope you have a great, excellent, and safe day, night, or afternoon, wherever or whoever you may happen to be. Wear masks in public. Don't be a fool. Try to social distance. Do as much of your shopping online as you can. If you have to go out, I have to go out most of the time, because now I use food stamps too. If you have to go out, be safe, social distance. If you're homeless, you're not alone. I love you. if you're LGBTQ plus, I love you as well. You're automatically my family. Other shout out to Sloan, love you girl. My entire polyamorous circle, I love you guys. And thank you for being here for me. Anyway, stay safe. I'll be uploading my next video pretty soon. Not sure when that is, but until then, this is Mariah Harper signing out. Mwah. Guys, something I forgot to mention. The two who lived in the house that I moved out of because of the water pipe, was an stubborn ex-military guy and his wife, who, one, if you didn't do something the way they did it, either one or both of them would be like, hey, well, why are you doing it the hard way? Well, there's a much easier way to do that. What if I want to do it this way? And then basically at that point you're an idiot. So, anyway, the man has, I say has because he's still alive. I don't want to say had like he died or something, but such a temper. Such an unnecessary temper. I don't know whether he tries to tell people it's hard to piss him off or whether he admits that. I seem to forget that detail, but either way, it is not hard to get him upset. You don't even have to try. I don't like those kind of people. And he never had those shouting matches with me for some reason, but he had several shouting matches with Alex that that were completely unnecessary. Alex can be a very unnecessary individual, and I'm never associating myself with him again. But this was ridiculous. This man, I swear to God, I'll give you an example, guys. One time, when his bedroom door was open, he and his wife both assumed that they'd shut the bedroom door. This was after or maybe it was right before the water was turned off. Anyway, it was around that time. We'd been flushing water with buckets, by the way. Catching rain in the buckets or going over to people's houses and filling. Anyway. His bedroom door was left open. And he shouted through the whole house. I'm not going to shout, but he shouted through the whole house, like the next person to go in my bathroom and use it without permission, is being kicked out right then and there. Do I make myself clear? But he was so loud with it. He was so unnecessarily forceful with his vocals that it made Leo and Parker, two friends of mine. Leo and I had a peaceful breakup. A story for another day, but it made them, even less likely to come out and talk to anyone at that point because they suffer from high levels of anxiety. And also, he claims to suffer from depression and anxiety, but also is under the impression that people can just suck it up. He's so... Yeah, and you might be watching this, but he's so stubborn. And he was so angry. He does suffer from PTSD, but that's no excuse in his waking hours to be such a fucking dick. Yes, if you're watching this, you are a dick. And you might be talking to the people around you like, oh, you see how people talk about us? They're just, I just don't understand what we're doing to make people feel this way. Yeah, I've seen it before. And you, good sir, are that way. Anyway, this video is not, like I said, it's not about them, but it's just those little details about them that I decided to put in there, which is one reason why I was very glad to get out of that spot. Frankly. I was sick. I was stone cold sick of pretending to actually think that Trump was a good person. I did that to stay there, but I didn't do it outside of that house. But I was so sick of pretending that I thought, these really stupid things. I don't. Goodbye. Good riddance to that entire household besides Leo and Parker. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm glad I got to express myself in this video. And for those of you still watching this, I'm thrilled if anybody watches this all the way through. I'm confused, but I'm thrilled. I've had much more riveting content than just sitting here and blabbering about, what's going on in my life. But if you, like I said, if you want more of this content, comment, please. If you want more of me expressing myself in this manner, please comment down below. Anyway, like I said, have a great day, night, or afternoon, whoever or wherever you are. I love everybody. Social distance, wear masks. Until next time, it's Mariah Harper, again, signing out.